RiDGiD STUDiOS here. Welcome to Q&A number 4. We're probably going to be increasing the frequency of the Q&A videos because you guys just have a ton of questions. And I am perfectly fine with that. I just love it how I teleport all over the screen. It looks ridiculous. This is exciting. This brings me back to the Eagles landing days because I actually got up early today just to film this video. And I'm going to be filming another video later today. I realized when I was staying at Eagles Landing in the tent, I would be woken up by the sunlight. So I'd be forced to wake up early, and that's why I was doing like 2 to 3 uploads those days. If I can somehow train myself to wake up early, I can get more videos out to you guys, and that's what really matters. So let's get started. Our first question comes from Eric Swisher. He says, when will we get back to RiDGiD Gaming? For those that have subscribed to my channel just recently, I do have a gaming channel. It's called RiDGiD Gaming. You can find that down here in the corner and in the description below. Back when I used to stream really regularly, I'd also do uploads on my gaming channel, which are basically just stream highlights. However, when I got kicked out of the house, I stopped doing it, and I've had a lot of problems with streaming lately, although I'm back on a good schedule. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start trying to get some gaming uploads on that channel. So I'll be getting back to it as soon as this week. Now the thing is, I don't have the kind of time to dedicate to the channel, so like I said, a lot of the uploads you'll see will be stream highlights. But those are still nice now, aren't they? Next question comes from Larissa. What is your favorite memory? By the way, I love the vids. Thanks. This is a very important question to me because I just have this one memory that's so special to me, it's unreal, and you guys will never be able to understand just how much this mattered. Back in high school, I had to do a English project, and I did it on the Vietnam War. I know it sounds like a history project, but yes, for the Vietnam War, a lot of people were writing papers and stuff. Jesse was like, hey, Teach. Yeah, I call him Teach. Hey, Teach, could I do, video? Because I'm a video guy. And, it took some convincing, but as long as I had some historical facts in it, it would be okay. So me, Corin, Mark, and Pat put together this video called The Vietnam War, and it was told by 2 perspectives, the Green Beret side and the Viet Cong side, to tell one cohesive story. When it came time to present our projects, I had it on a DVD, and I was going to play it to the class. However, my teacher said, it would be cooler if, we presented it in like a bigger area. And I was like, okay. Because I told him the length of the DVD, and I guess he didn't have anything really planned on this one day. And it was like a 40 to 50 minute long epic feature. So what we did was we went into this science room, and there was at least like 2 to 3 other classes in it, just unbeknownst to me. So I do a little intro, and I pop the DVD in, and literally like it was 100 kids watching this thing, and they were cracking up. The majority of people didn't know how passionate and how into video making I was, so when everybody was seeing this, they were like, what? Jesse, like the quiet kid in class? He's acting like this crazy sergeant in the Vietnam War? What is going on? Next thing you know, teachers from all around the building are filing into the classroom. In the back of the class, there's at least 5 of some of my favorite teachers in the back watching this video. The whole class is crying of laughter. They're having a great time. Everyone's smiling. Everyone's looking over at me like, Jesse, wow. The video got done, and the bell rang for class to let out, and everybody was just in shock. The teachers just didn't even know what to say. Kids were patting me on the back. Jesse, that was amazing. That was so good. I'm getting chills just talking about it. That was the greatest memory of my life because that's when it really kind of hit home that that's what I wanted to do. The reactions from people and just how much it meant to them, and then how much it meant to me to see those reactions just reaffirmed everything that I ever wanted to do in my life. And that's entertain you guys, make you guys happy, make you feel things through videos. By far my favorite memory of life. Great question. On to the next one. What do you plan to do to get revenge on your brother? Oh, that's a good one too. I don't know exactly what I plan to do. I definitely want to do something. But I can't tell you guys, or else, Jeffrey could watch this video and know what I'm gonna do. If he watches these videos, I don't know. Why are you so fucking awesome? Oh, Tristan. Come here and give me a big old hug, my friend. How long have you worn glasses? Well, that's a funny question because throughout my whole life, I thought I had the best vision. I thought I had 20/20. I could see. What's that sign say, Jesse? Oh, I know what it says. But then there came a time where somebody asked me what it said, and I was like, I can't read that. And they're like, you can't read that? Went to the eye doctor. Turns out my vision's not that great. Technically, I need these bad boys legally to drive, so that's a problem. And I'm nearsighted. However, I got these glasses probably sometime throughout high school. So around maybe 5-6 years ago, and that's when I became a nerd. Mark, I'm glad somebody asked us. He says, why didn't you tell us that was your 100K award? This is in reference to me shattering Big Brother's play button in that one music video. Well, guys, if I told you that it was actually my award, it wouldn't have been a prank. The whole idea was it had to be a secret. I had to send him that video, make it seem like it was a award. If I told you guys whether it was on Twitter or whether it was in the video it was a prank, then that wasn't a prank anymore, because the whole point was to make Jeffrey think that it was his play button. In reality, I just hit it. So unfortunately, you guys got the short end of the stick and we're kind of left wondering with Jeffrey. I would have loved to let you guys in on it, but that would have ruined the whole prank. So I had to play that carefully. Devin's cutting straight to the chase. Do you get all the t-shirt money? No, sir. You see, way back when I showed you guys my mom's workplace, same as Uncle Larry's, they work at a canvas company, and they are putting the shirts together and have been. So the company gets all the money and I get a small percentage of what the t-shirts make. It takes a long time to produce these shirts, then they gotta ship them all out, and they don't have any sponsorships or anything, so it's really difficult and it costs a lot of money, and then they gotta pay for labor, so I only get a small percentage of any shirt sales, and so that's kind of how it is. It's not anything to write home about. Do you have any advice for asking a girl out? Just do it! Just do it! Alright? Just do it! What do you do during your free time when you're not making videos? Usually I'm making videos. That's how it is. It's actually really time consuming, although people think you can just churn videos out of your butthole. That, or I'm streaming, or I'm writing, editing, well I guess that's included with making videos, or I'll be responding to people over Twitter, Instagram. I'll also be exercising, whether I'm going for a run, doing insanity, doing meal prep, or even just watching some Netflix. That's my only downtime. Do you think you'll ever move out soon? I've answered this question a lot recently, and I figured I'll dedicate a whole Q&A to this premise. I will be moving out, well, tentatively, hopefully, this January. That's 6 months away, so that's soon, honestly. And at that point, I think that's when I'll have enough money saved up to really get out of this place. Have you had any other jobs besides YouTube? Yes. I once worked at a convenience type store called RiDGiD. I've worked at a hardware store for about a year. I worked at a bank for a few months. I worked for my dad off and on mowing lawns for a considerable amount of time, and I was just doing that, what was that, last month? And there's a couple odd jobs that I've done, like I filmed a few different weddings. I've helped out friends' dads with different jobs. So yes, I'm not a total slacker, guys. How did you meet a man named Corn? Well, I actually graduated high school with him. I've known him since freshman year of high school, so that's like 8-9 years now, so we're long-time biffles. I mean, the fact that he just sold me out for $100 and I got my TV paintball pisses me off, but it's not gonna ruin our friendship. How we actually became friends and how we met was actually through Xbox Live. We were both big fans of Halo 2, and we really fostered a relationship through the game. I miss Halo 2, my first online multiplayer experience. Somebody asked me a Lost question which excites me. Who's your favorite character? Mine was Charlie. Well, my friend, little do you know, Poopy John is actually named after a Lost character. Poopy John is a nickname. His real name is John Locke, who is my favorite Lost character. What would your dream house include, and where would it be? Really, I'm not looking for like a big mansion. I'm a pretty humble person. I would just want something like this house here, but I would need a whole room dedicated to like a gaming collection. I wish I just owned every single video game and every console, almost like a freaking museum, and I could just like hop on the TV, put in any game from any console I ever wanted to play. Also, it'd be cool to have my own like personal home theater, like a big screen, and like a leather chair, a few leather chairs, have some friends over, and we could just watch, you know, any movie that just came out. I wouldn't want to live somewhere like a city, like I've talked about moving to LA at some point, but I wouldn't want the dream house to be there. Although it would be cool to have like a beach house. I'm not a big beach guy. I think it'd be cool to have a house somewhere where you can experience all 4 seasons, because fall is my favorite season. Maybe somewhere like North Carolina, because, you know, it'd be cool to have that dream house, but I also have to think logically and realistically how much money it would cost, and I feel like North Carolina would be cheap enough. You could get a nice size house and get everything I ever wanted. Live stream more often? Most likely no. I do like my Tuesday, Thursday schedule. I wish I could stream more, but I just want to really focus more on growing my YouTube channel. However, I thought about adding in just one more day, maybe on Sunday, to really pay attention to those that subscribe to my live stream. Have you played a sport? Yes, actually, I'm a longtime foot fairy, aka soccer. I played it my whole life. I stopped midway through high school because the coach was a giant D-word, and I hope he's watching this right now, but I doubt it. I also played tennis for 1 year, and I do like tennis a lot. I played baseball 1 year, and we freaking won the championships. I played basketball for a year at Larry's when he has the ballin' like Larry Sunday basketball days. So I played those sports back in the day. I'm also really good at ping pong, I don't know if you count that. And video games. Who was the first person to support you in your YouTube career? See, now going off the wording of this question, you say YouTube career, so I'd say that considers taking YouTube really seriously. When I first started my YouTube channel, it began as a hobby. I treated it like that, and so did everybody else. And I'd say my friends really helped me with that hobby. But when it really started to become like a career in my eyes, who supported me the most during that is myself. Really, for people to get on board with it being a career, like something I could pursue as a full-time job, there was practically nobody. And anybody who did, they were just like, yeah, you know, just do it. As far as full support has always been myself, and that is why this matters so much to me, because this is all my baby. You guys are my babies. And really, at this point, what matters most to me is not only is it just me supporting this endeavor, it's all of you guys, and for that, I am eternally grateful. Interesting question. If your dad never crushed your tent, would you have stayed there longer? See, the thing with Eagle's Landing is it just wasn't really designed to last a long time. I mean, I think if it was still around, I would have stayed in there maybe at least another few weeks to a month or two, but I feel like I would have gotten sick of it real fast, and I would have wanted an actual room, an actual house, something. So it just wouldn't have lasted, unfortunately. Even though if you asked me today if I would go back, I'd say yeah. But I know it wouldn't be the same. We have a very general question. Jesse, what do you think about the backwards compatibility feature for the Xbox One? Honestly, this shit should have happened day one. It should, as soon as you brought it out of the box, you should have been able to play the Xbox 360 games. It was a total slap in the face to hardcore consumers and fans of Microsoft and Xbox products. Suddenly, it rendered Xbox 360 collections useless. Maybe they planned to delay the release of this backwards compatibility so then they could increase sales. Like maybe it was all just from a money perspective. Like, oh, make people rebuy games that they had for the 360. Or, you know, let's wait a bit to release backwards compatibility and act like, oh, it's this brand new feature, it's going to change the game, so people will buy it now, when it's something that should have already been out. Did you ever play with Legos as a child? Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh? What's the deal? Well, we were right around the time of like the huge Pokemon explosion. We were right there at the beginning. I was real big into Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, and I just loved the cartoon series. And I had all these Pokemon cards. Like, we started battling. That was back when people actually used to battle with them and not just collect them. Just so many great times. Pokemon Snap was out. Pokemon Stadium. Pokemon was everything then. Also, huge time Lego guy. I love that they have stop motion Lego videos on YouTube and whatnot now. And I collected Legos, I built shit with Legos. We had this whole Lego village, and me, Jeffrey, and some friends even played where we set up the village, and it was almost like The Sims, where we'd actually act out different scenarios, and we would have, you know, rules, like, oh, you can only visit the village at this time, almost like an Animal Crossing type thing. It was so much fun. Jesse, what do you think about Uncle Larry's channel? I love it! That really meant the world to me. Not only that he let me stay there, but then he started to get into YouTube. He started to watch my YouTube videos. He started to get comfortable in front of the camera every time I'd be vlogging, and then to start his own channel and to be doing so well. I mean, he's even got Tom included on it. He's got Tom out of the room. They're doing videos, at least 2 to 3 uploads a week now. They got gaming videos now. He's got chillin' and grillin'. He's doing fan mail. And Uncle Larry's a middle-aged guy. Like, this is really impressive for somebody, an older generation, to be really adapting to this digital world. And I feel like it's really paying off. Like, he's really enjoying himself. And he's got something to really strive for, and that's awesome. On top of that, it feels like I got another big support, not only as a family member, but as a friend and a fellow YouTuber. That's extremely valuable. Somebody understands what I'm going through, and it's, you know, having to deal with hate comments, stuff like that, and he understands the struggle with uploading videos and maintaining a schedule, all these different things. So that's really, really exciting to me, because finally I have someone on my side. He's almost like a father figure, you know, whereas my dad, you know, doesn't approve of my stuff and destroys my shit. Uncle Larry, if anything, creates stuff and has my back and totally understands. Curious question, hashtag AskJugger. Have you ever thought about not getting revenge and just totally dealing with it? See, the thing with this question is, and I think about this because I always struggle to think how to handle different situations. They're upsetting and they're stressful, and usually I end up freaking out, but I have tried being passive. I've tried not reacting, and even when I don't react, it still happens. If I react, it still happens. So no matter what, it still happens. But what I've realized, given that, I might as well go down swinging. I might as well fight back so I don't lose my self-worth in the end. So if you ever see me getting really passionate and yelling and stuff, just know because it matters so much to me, and I just do not want to back down. I do not want to lose. I want to keep pushing, keep smiling, and just live the life that I want to live. And if I have to look like a fool in that process, I could give a rat's ass. Finally, what is your worst fear? I actually did a Juggies powwow on fear, and I talked about just little fear. I talked about, spiders. I talked about heights, shit like that. But then I also explored some really deep fears, some lifelong fears. For a while I had a fear of death. It still exists. I think we all do to some degree. But really, I'm afraid to fail. I'm afraid to let you guys down. I'm afraid of being alone. I just want to make people happy, and I want to entertain people, and I want people to really see their life as something good, and it's challenging to do that. And when you take on, a purpose such as that, it's difficult to strive for. So I'd say my worst fear is to let you guys down and not make a difference, because we all want to leave an impact, generally a good one, and I don't want to do that for you guys, and I feel like I am. And I just want to continue doing that. So that's about it for Q&A number 4. I hope you enjoyed my answers. I loved your questions. I encourage you to send me more, even when I'm not asking for them. I might be tweeting at you, but it's key that you follow me on Twitter. Link in the description on top of my Instagram. I'll occasionally be like, dude, guys, ask me, hashtag AskJugger, and you know how that goes. I was thinking about starting this contest thing, but I need to look on YouTube and learn more about their contest policies, but I have an idea, and I think you guys might like it. We'll talk more about that in the future. Don't forget we got the live stream tonight. I'll be hanging out with Corn for a little bit later. We might film a vlog for you guys. The stream starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, goes till midnight. I encourage you guys to check it out. I love you, Juggies to death. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, and that's about it. Also, feel free to leave any questions in the comments below. I might actually respond to you guys if you start being a little nicer to me. If not, I'm just going to keep ignoring you. Keep it rigid, Juggies.